They get Kareem Hunt back. That's another weapon. And now, you've got Beckham, you've got Landry, you've got Chubb, you've got Hunt. It should be very difficult for a defense to defend, but they haven't shown the ability to get the ball to those guys in areas where they can make plays. Is that concerning? Is that fair?
No, I think it's concerning. The one thing that I'm just so super curious about, I think we all are, how they're going to use Kareem Hunt. And I think Todd Monken was just asked about it on Thursday. Could you have them on the field together? And boy, wouldn't that be exciting. But for instance, I certainly hope that the third down back is no longer Dontrell Hilliard. Kareem Hunt's on the roster. I hope Kareem Hunt is the third down back. When you look at the play before the fourth down sneak that failed, they put Dontrell Hilliard in the game, and the reason Freddie Kitchens did that and took Nick Chubb off, he said he wants to give a pass look. When Hilliard's in the game, people think you're going to throw. That spreads the defense out a little bit, opens up the box, and then you sort of trick them by handing off to the throwing running back. Okay, I get it. It's probably too complicated. There was a hole. There was a hole this big, and Dontrell Hilliard didn't hit it, and he still was going to have enough room for the first down, and he ran into Wyatt Teller's butt, and he got stopped. So, it was there, and they didn't make it. So I hope it's Kareem Hunt. I hope it's Kareem Hunt on the field. But to your broader point, they seem to be looking for matchups against the defense. They're looking for where are their one-on-one matchups? Where can we take advantage of that? And, of course, the one-on-one matchups are with guys that aren't as dangerous. They're doubling Odell Beckham. They're putting a safety over top of him. They're doing things to try to take Nick Chubb away. So you can't just let a defense say, well, they doubled Odell. Let's go to Demetrius Harris again. And I think they've been doing that too much. I understand the idea of looking for matchups, but it's sort of like leaving a three-point shooter open. If you leave the power forward open to shoot a three-pointer, that's because you want him to shoot the three-pointer. You can't just say, well, it was an open shot, the guy missed it. They have to stop throwing to Callaway and Harris on the goal line and get Beckham, Landry, Chubb involved as your top three guys in the red zone, and they haven't done it.
Yeah, and here's another idea. There's nothing that says Jarvis Landry is anchored to the slot. I mean, if you put Beckham out on one side and you put Landry all the way out on the other side, you're going to take at least three defenders out of the box. That gives, if think about this, then you motion Hunt out of the backfield if you have both of them in the backfield together. That's how you create matchup nightmares. But they just don't, there's no creativity, no thought into how are we going to get our athletic guys, our really athletic guys, into space. That's what you should be trying to do.
And I've gone back and forth with, Ellis Williams, who does a lot of film breakdowns for us at cleveland.com. We sometimes really like the idea of Odell on one side by himself, right? And you kind of maybe have a tripped action on the opposite side and you get Odell isolated. But when you do that, that allows you to drop a safety right on Odell and you sort of take him away. They like to bunch Landry and Odell a lot. And then if you have an extra safety there, well, he can't cover both those guys. Maybe try to get a rub route or whatever. They've had some pick plays called against them this year. I go back to, there's a play that just sticks out in my head against the Rams when obviously the Browns lost that game at home. The Rams ran a route with Cooper Kupp, who was a super dangerous guy, where he just ran a little out against single coverage against TJ Carey. And TJ Carey just made a half step the wrong way. Cooper Kupp was wide open. And it's just how many times have the best Browns players been wide open in the red zone? It wasn't complicated, but they got the right matchup against the right defensive look, and they made it pitch and catch and made it look easy. And that is the hardest thing. They have moved the ball. They have done some things. It very seldom looks easy for the Browns offense. Sometimes it still works, but it always looks like they're kind of running in sand a little bit.